Hey everyone, it's Rafe here again with another Study Smash Bash game. So, taking off where I left off, defeating the boss of this prison of worse things. Technically we didn't kill him, but we morally probably wound him or hurt his pride. One of the two. And look! There's an anteater horse over there! Let us ride it! Oh, he's so upset. It's gonna cost us a life. And he slowly moves. Because he's like, I gotta wait for my guys here. They just kicked my butt. Uh-oh! You're not gonna make it! He made it! That was fun. What's nice about that kind of in-game cinematic is that eventually what will happen is it has a time for the dialogue bubbles. So eventually, if you don't hit it right away, it will time out, and then it will just go through its thing on its natural course. But they still give you the option, and I think this is very important because I think sometimes games forget this, to be able to end it early or end it when you read it, so you still feel that you have, I don't want to say control, but that interaction with the game. You're still in it and not an observer. I think sometimes, you know, the rewards, you know, after a long, hard, drawn-out thing, we tend to sit back and watch, you know, those cinematics as a reward. I should probably save. I've been playing this game for quite some time, and I haven't saved. So let's save. And everybody kind of gets to see this. I'm sorry that this is maybe not as exciting, but you can easily see it. Alright. So now, I think we're supposed to go back to the castle. And I can't go back there because it's the prison. So there's only this way to go. Oh look, it's a bunny. Kill it! It has gold and other objects of worth! And that's right. Well, oh, 16 damage! It just shows how much I grow. Oh, you know what? There is... I think there's like spinning spear or whatever. That's what I should go into. Do, because you can do things. So another cool power about Legend of Dragoon, you basically get to choose those combos. So obviously level 1 is always going to be the easiest. That simple one press, one button deal. Now there is a max level out, and you know, I've never actually maxed out Harpoon. I know it does give you benefits, and sometimes when you do max out those combos, and you're having a tough time with the, she doesn't have any, but you're having a tough time with the boss, or maybe several enemies in a level, if you max your old one out, you always can switch it over. And level 1 is kind of one of those things where those combos are kind of meant for if you're not good at comboing in this game, hitting those action sequences. It still does a good amount of damage, so no matter what you do, it helps out. Oh, we hear the noise, which is nice because we understand there's a different thing happening here. Yay! The Imperial Army! So, and now, and even if I went back there, it would tell me you need to go another way. So, because we're going to go around this other way. First gotta get there. God, myself. But anyway, so no matter what I do, I have to go back because they want you to make sure to go the course they want you to go. But continue with my last thing before the interruption of the narration. So it gives you a good amount. So if you do suck at comboing, you can keep to that, max it out, and you'll have fairly good consistency fighting. Why can I not go? There we go. A little bit trouble. A little bit trouble. It's like, can I go that way? Angle? There we are. Don't know why. Never had a problem with that before, but for some odd reason, while I was recording, had a problem. So, oh! Wrong thing to do. I was a coward! I'm so sorry. Take away my RPG card. So now we're gonna go in here. But so on the first disc you'll be good, but starting probably maybe by the end of the first disc, going into the second disc, you really need to start learning how to combos, because eventually bad guys are just going to be too hard to fight, and that level 1 combo is just going to be useless eventually. So, but again, as I said before, they're trying to make it easy for the player to get into this game and evolve. Same with so the last boss. One of the things that to kind of make note of. Oh, an arrow! Ah, exciting! Oh, he's injured. Doesn't look like a scratch. Not if you're limping. So now we get a sense of urgency, not only because of the soundtrack, because the soundtrack is always that sense of urgency. They're coming for us, they're coming for us, they're coming for us. But now, you know, we're wounded, we're running forward, they're showing events to kind of make frantic, because the characters are running frantically around. So, and now we have our pawns going, where did they go, George? Where did they go? And are they there? You know, you're certainly brave, peons, because they took out a whole bunch of guards. Oh, and it's a funny creature. Of course not, that's not there. They just came out of the bush. We are obviously not going to check around the tree, because that was definitely those creatures. We have a level 8 intelligence. D&D reference joke. That'd be funny if they just were standing on the other path while they were hiding, because, you know, the camera goes over here and then we're like, oh look, other path. Okay, now we have note of happy music. You can take a break now, because you don't have to worry about being chased anymore, because you outwitted the enemy. So, but anyway, so again, trying to go on to my last point that I keep going over, because the cinematics is involving me. But if you notice with the last boss that we had, about probably most of my my healing potions that I use, I received immediately back. And so, you know, when people defeat a boss, in an RPG. You want some sort of type of rewards. And in this, in the beginning of this game, to help the player out, you don't get a rare item like you do in the later games. You kind of get more rarer things and better equipment. You just get a return back. So I invested in all those healing potions, and then I got a little something, but it's not as, you know, grand as you would defeating something other. And again, there's another sense of feel of a game mechanic too as well. Since the boss wasn't, you know, quite as difficult as some bosses could be, the reward was a lot more of a simpler reward. So the player would feel rewards like, yay, I defeat a boss, I got these items, but it wasn't like I got this special item, because when you defeat a harder boss, it requires you to make sure to gain a special item. Whereas this one, since it's an early boss, you just are gaining back what you basically spent, and that just, I think that's also helping scaling of difficulty or of challenge, because I think as a game designer you do have to take in consideration of your rewards that you give out, that they're not like, you don't give out all of a sudden like, here's a god mode weapon, ta-da, and then you just defeat the whole entire game. No, you want the player to feel those things and to have a well-balanced equipment or rewards that won't make the character so powerful that it becomes easy, because then it becomes bored, monotonous, and then you don't want to play the game anymore. So, but and I think that is a hard challenge to tackle when it comes to RPGs, because there's a whole walk of life. Even though, you know, RPGs is kind of that certain player that likes to play RPGs, because not everybody likes to play these games. And so they do cater to those people that do, but I think there's different degrees of an RPG. Or there's you know, the casual, the intermediate, the hardcore, the extremist. Like, I think those are all levels that are developed by just your taste and want as you play these games. So now we're looking for our place to hide out for a time. And lo and behold, it is there. So I think I'm going to end it on that note. So thanks for tuning in. See you next time, and you all have a good one.